I've always enjoyed sport and science. I've looked at courses in the past, but I've never had that courage to take that leap into full-time education. So my name's Adam. I was a mature student studying on the Sport and Exercise Science degree at the University of Suffolk. So I left school when I was 16 just for my GCSEs, ended up falling into full-time work, worked in insurance for about 11 or 12 years before I was made redundant, spent a year abroad, then came back and decided I needed a career change, or I wanted a career change. So that's when I started looking into the degree at the University of Suffolk. I remember being quite apprehensive because I've been out of education for 14 years. I was worried that I was going to be the oldest on the course and I wouldn't maybe fit in, but that was far from the case. There were plenty of people older than me, into their 30s and 40s, as well as sort of the younger 18 to 21-year-olds. There's a lot of support available from the university, so you get a personal tutor who you can go to for non-academic issues, and then the library and learning services help me with academic writing and referencing. So obviously I hadn't done that for 14 years, and that just helped me build on those skill sets. So if anyone's worried about being out of education for a long time or being a lot older than anyone else, trust me, you'll fit right in, the support's there, and you'll make the best of your studies, believe me. Being older than other people has its benefits. So when we were going for competitive work placements and jobs, then the work experience I'd built up over the last sort of 12 to 14 years stood me in good stead against someone who was maybe younger, who didn't have that experience. So if we were on a level playing field with our sort of degree and our academic qualifications, then my sort of previous work experience maybe would put me ahead of some younger academics or younger students. There are obviously financial matters to consider when going into full-time education. Obviously you get your loans and your grants from student finance. I was lucky enough to get a bursary as well from the university, so that supplemented the income I got from my loans and my grants. And then I also managed to secure a job with the student union, so I was able to work part-time while studying to add that extra income as well, because I was living in a shared house, so I still had the usual bills. Didn't have any sort of dependents, but still had to pay my rent, pay my phone, etc. So the normal sort of bills and sort of the work, the bursary and the loan and grants, that all sort of build up, and I was actually relatively comfortable throughout my studies. After I graduated, I managed to secure a job with the University of Suffolk. So I'm now the sports science technician at the university, and I believe me being a mature student may have elevated me above other applicants. So if you're thinking about applying for the university, sports science or any degree, and you are a mature student, I would say just go for it. There's plenty of support available. Everyone's there helpful and everyone's really friendly, so I would say just take that leap of faith.